2000 saw the Hrithik Roshan explosion. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? I remember Kaho Na Pyaar had released and he was like this overnight sensation. His popularity boomed. It was like a nuclear bomb, like an instant explosion. Like it happened literally overnight. And I was a teenager then. I had never witnessed this kind of mania. It was the first time I saw it. Like people may have seen it during, I don't know, Rajesh Khanna era. I don't know what that was like. But for me, it was Hrithik Roshan. You know, and I remember in Juhu we were playing gully cricket. When you play gully cricket, the most important time in that 1 hour that you're playing is your batting. Jab meri batting aati hai, if you get out on the first ball, you're like, no, ye wo to trial ball tha, sorry. Batting is super important. You know, you don't want to field and you don't want to play lappu underarm. You don't want to be giving underarm. What's there in giving underarm? Right? So batting is like really precious. Your batting is really precious. I remember I had just taken, and this is a new set of boys that I'm playing with. I was a Bandra boy, and I was playing with these boys in Juhu. So I was like, I was taking my position to face my first ball. And this is the weekend that Kaho Na Pyaar released. And somebody, some fielder somewhere was like, Hrithik Roshan. I have left my batting kita. We have left the bat, the bowler left the ball, everybody was running behind this white color Ford icon, I remember. Okay, I saw the back of his head. And I went home and be like, I saw the back of Hrithik Roshan's head. God love Hrithik Roshan. Ladies and gentlemen, 2001 was a landmark year unlike any other year that I have seen in Hindi films. Never again has there been a year like 2001, a mammoth year and a turning of the tide for Hindi films. Lagan was a film that was dismissed by everyone in the trade. 5 leading actors had refused it. It had a dhoti-clad hero who played cricket to get a tax rebate in a village. You know, period films weren't working at the time. Sports movies never worked, but this film came and became the cult film of the nation. I remember watching it with my friends in Gaiety Galaxy in Bombay. And I kid you not, by the end of the film, when that final match happens, the whole theater had become, it was like watching a live cricket match. You know, when you remember that character that really Kachra, you remember when he comes to bowl that crucial over? So, people were on their feet cheering like they were watching India were playing live. They were like, Kachra, Kachra. It was crazy. I had never seen anything like it. The whole theater had become like this live cricket match. I love that movie. Do you remember the villain? I used to love the way he used to speak Hindi. Do you remember? Hum tumko dugna lagan maaf karega. You remember? Dugna lagan, Rajaji, dugna lagan. Why don't you have some mutton, Rajaji? And Kulbhushan Karbanda gets really offended. I am a vegetarian. Dhajiyan uda do in Angrez. Gotta love Kulbhushan. Remember him in Jo Jeeta? How he and Saeed Jaffrey used to get really hyper. You remember that cycle race? Boko Ratan! Boko! And Saeed Jaffrey in Dil, do you remember him? Panna, tum mein se Bhagavat ki boo aa rahi hai. Gotta love these guys, man. Speaking of dhaja udawing of people, then came Gadar, and it broke all the box office records. Gadar Ek Prem Katha. Sold more tickets than any other film in Indian history. I remember I used to be in college at the time, 16 years old. I used to be in HR college, and I used to take Western Railways home, and I used to go with my best friend. And I used to hang outside the train, which all you youngsters watching me on television never do. You should never ever do. I used to hang out at the train and sing the songs of Gadar. I used to be like, Ud ja kale kawa tere moh vich khand pawa. And my long hair at the time in the wind. मैं निकला ओ गड्डी लेके और रस्ते पर वो सड़क में एक मोड़ आया मैं उठे दिल छोड़. And that guy's like, dude, you're embarrassing me, man. Dude, please stop. There were such good memories attached to these films. Do you remember that scene when he pulls out the pump and he beats the shit out of everybody over there? What a scene. Epic film. And Amrish Puri is imploring him, Kaho, Pakistan Zindabad. So Sunny Deol is like, Pakistan Zindabad. And he's like, ab bolo, Hindustan Murdabad. And Sunny Deol gets really pissed off at this. Huh? Aapka Pakistan Zindabad hai, to hamara Hindustan Murdabad kyun? And he's standing there and he's like, Hindustan Zindabad. And his kid is like, yeah, Hindustan Zindabad. And all Pakistanis get really mad and they attack Sunny Deol. But Sunny Deol pulls the pump out of the ground. Ain't nobody like Sunny Deol. Sunny Puttar. Papa. When I was in Kishore Namit Kapoor, we used to every struggling acting student in Bombay has had to do the Tariq pe Tariq monologue. Do you remember from Damini? To sirf milti hai Tariq. Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq. Gotta love it. Dil Chahta Hai came next, directed by 25-year-old debutant director Farhan Akhtar. And it gave the definition to the Indian youth of what it means to be cool. People had never seen anything like this before. There was like this casual way of speaking. You know, this conversational dialogue. They spoke with ease. They spoke with irreverence. And people had not seen it before in Hindi films. It was like a complete breath of fresh air. And it went on to change the landscape of Hindi films. I remember going crazy over Dil Chahta Hai at the time. Do you remember Saif Ali Khan in the film? Samajhne ki koshish karo yaar. I love her. Chandni Bagh came out in the same year, hard-hitting, superb film with a female protagonist. Quality alternate cinema was also coming in the same year. It was not over. At the end of the year, we had Ye Hai Tere Karam, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, Na Juda Honge Hum, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. So, Bollywood staple diet also there in this landmark year. So it was panned by the critics, of course, K3G was, but it was hugely successful. Old wine in a new bottle, but people went crazy. The overseas went crazy. And it went on to prove that if you make a film and you put a tagline to it that says, it's all about loving your parents, you will never fail in a country like India.